Hey, how's everybody doing? Mike here. Thought I would do a 2 week post-op video. So today is 2 weeks from surgery, and I guess this will be a short video because honestly, the only thing I really have to report is I'm doing pretty well. Now, there's definitely some little bit of rocky roads that I've run into, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I would say overall, everything is going pretty well, um, which is always good, right? It's I can't believe it's only been 2 weeks. I mean, I feel like I've been wearing this thing for a year. So got still a long way to go. You know, I have to wear this for 6 weeks. My follow up is April 6th. So today is March 9th, 2023. April 6th, I'll do my 6 week follow up with the uh, physician's assistant. Actually, I don't even think I'll see my surgeon. But anyway, yeah. So everything has been going pretty good. Uh, the biggest pain is still sleeping. For me, again, I'm not a back sleeper, so it's a huge pain in the rear to sleep. I think I'm getting better with it, but I was typically not getting more than a couple hours of sleep each night. And that was not consecutively. It'd be like an hour here, hour there, hour here, hour there. So maybe I would get 4 hours randomly, where at least over the last couple nights, I'm getting at least 4 to 5 hours consecutive sleep, which is doing a lot better. But it's still a pain. I think I mentioned in the other video, I've got like a wedge pillow set up where I'm kind of elevated, and I've got a flat setup with like a regular pillow, and I've got a pillow under my legs to keep them a little bit elevated. That's what they recommend anyway. But sleeping with this thing on is just a super pain, and so it's just been tough and uncomfortable. This morning I woke up and I just had muscle pain all down my left side, from my jaw all the way down my neck into my shoulders, and it hurt quite a bit. I'm guessing it's just because I was in one position the whole night. I don't know. It seemed to have gotten a little better throughout the day, but yeah, that was a little bit painful, and annoying, to be honest. But you know, we'll see what happens tonight. Again, this so far, sleeping is just the worst part for me. Everything else is fine. I walk during the day. I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm doing at least 5 miles, probably more like 6 miles a day. That's probably like 5 walks throughout the day. So I'll get out there and do a walk every so often, just around the neighborhood, which is something you should do too. They say that's really good. It's just get out and get moving. Now, you don't have to be like me and walk 5-6 miles. My PA even told me, like, I don't have to walk that much, but I kind of want to, just because I'm bored out of my mind every day and I need a change of scenery. So that's the reason why I get out and do more walks. And plus I can either take a call or I can listen to an audiobook or something, just to, you know, get a change of scenery. So walking does help everything up here kind of move around, and you know, that's why I suggest, you know, get out and move around as much as you possibly can. Do what feels good for you. Again, I'm an active person, so 5-6 miles a day of walking feels good to me. It also, you feel better at night when you go to bed, because you just feel like you got something done. So let me talk about a little bit of a roller coaster that I've had just with pain, I guess. I still haven't needed the muscle relaxers or anything. I actually might take it tonight, but we'll see. But things just move around, so you definitely will have a lot of pain in your shoulders and your traps. And that kind of moves around. It's okay, and then it hurts, and it's okay, and then it hurts. So it just depends on what's happening. The sides of my neck hurt quite a bit. I think those muscles in there are just in shock. and maybe from the nerve still kind of ironing itself out. Again, I'm only 2 weeks post-op, so they say that the nerve is still kind of working through its issues. I still have this tightness in my forearm, which is starting to annoy me, but again, I'm trying to keep in mind it's only 2 weeks out. But I am going to call the PA tomorrow and just see if there's any concern with that or if we're still on pace. Throughout the day, it changes the level of pain, but it's mostly like a tightness or a cramping, and I have to keep, kind of stretching my arm out, and it'll kind of crackle, when I do that. Today, well, it hurt quite a bit when I woke up this morning, and when I got out to do my walks, it actually made it hurt a little more. But by the end of the day, it seemed to even itself out, and now it doesn't feel too bad. Still a little tight. I'm also kind of getting it on the right side now too, which just tells me again, it hopefully it's just the nerve going through its thing, annoying the muscles a little bit all over the place, and maybe that'll just dissipate and go away. Sometimes I'll get some sharp pains here and there, which again I know is pretty typical. Like you get them in your back, back lower in your trap, like kind of below, like in between your shoulder blades, or there'll be some shooting pains, and those will come and go, and some you might just be moving your arm once, and then you might feel that. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking because you're going to be hypersensitive like me to everything. But so far, I mean, nothing is like stayed except for this forearm. That's the one that's kind of still been lingering around. Everything else is kind of moving its spots. Well, I'll get some pain here and there, and then it'll go away, and then it'll move to another spot. So again, we'll see what the PA says about that. My guess is she's just going to tell me like, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the other thing is, I think I said in the last video too, super paranoid about everything that I do, and the anxiety level with this stuff is pretty crazy because every little thing that you do, you're going to be second guessing whether or not you just screwed up your fusion or if you did something you weren't supposed to do. I mean, I think I talked about the twisting, and like you don't realize how much you twist when you're trying not to twist. Last night I did a stupid thing. I'm gonna call tomorrow, when I'm gonna ask when I call tomorrow. But I don't think it's a big deal. But you're not supposed to lift anything. I'm doing a great job of not lifting anything. I'm very rarely bending, only if I need to. And again, twisting is something you just gotta be conscious of when you're going through doorways and just walking around your house or whatever. Just or trying not to twist. Like quickly. Pivot is how you want to do it. But what I did last night, and I don't think this is going to be an issue, but we're still going to ask, is so I have a sous vide. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you fill up a little tub of water, you stick that sous vide in the water, it heats up the water, and that's how you cook your food. So I have one. It holds about 11 liters, which is I think just under 3 gallons. And so all that probably weighs about 22 pounds. Well, what I did was I needed to just move it over on the counter a little bit by just a tad, and I took my thumbs and I just pushed it, probably only like a half inch. Then it freaked me out, and I was like, why did I just do that? I hope it's not going to be a problem. It's not technically lifting. I'm not lifting anything. I didn't feel any pain when I did it. I mean, I realized as soon as I started doing it and moved it a little, I figured, I better not be doing this. So I'm just going to check and see if that's going to be a concern. But I'm not thinking it will be, and I think I'm just paranoid. But anyway, my point is you're going to have many of these moments, just like me. I've had plenty of moments where I'm like, I can't believe I just did that, or what was I thinking? Like, you're trying to be super conscious of everything that you're doing, but then you end up doing something that, it's just because your mind isn't, you're just not thinking straight, or you're just not thinking about it. So anyway, there's my little scare. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but still, those are the things that'll go through your head. Other than that, that's all I really have to report. I feel like overall I'm doing pretty well. I've been working every day. I have my routine, as I mentioned in probably the last video. So I try not to stay in front of the computer too long, an hour max, if that, maybe 45 minutes, and then I get up, I'll go for a walk, come back, I take a little break, and then I'll try to do it again. So I highly suggest get a routine together that works for you. Try not to stay sedentary. Try to move around as much as you can. Movement is good. Obviously, no strenuous exercise, but I mean, you can walk as much as you want. So I say take advantage of that. It's kind of peaceful, actually. It's kind of nice when you don't have anything else you can do. Can't really go anywhere. I could drive if I wanted to. I don't have a desire to risk it on the road just yet. Only 2 weeks out. So it's kind of interesting when there's not a whole lot to do around the house. A walk is actually an enjoyable part of the day. That's it. So I don't know if this was helpful for you or not, but I just again wanted to check in. 2 weeks post-op. So far, so good. Everything's looking pretty good. Sleeping's the issue. Still got to figure out a routine because I still have the rest of March until I can hopefully lose the collar, and I got to figure it out because it's not enjoyable right now to sleep. Other than that, leave me some comments or questions, anything maybe you're wondering that I still didn't mention, and I'll be glad to answer them. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.